What's going on, guys? It's Joe here from the albums, and this is a little spreadsheet I've been working on. And as you can tell straight away from the first album, Stoney from Post Malone, great album. I've been listening to some albums and I've been reviewing them. There's no, particular order here. Obviously, if there is any order, it's by artist. But yeah, these are some of my favourite albums, some albums that I'm just interested in and wanted to listen to. But you can see some scores here. So we can see Stoney straight away. So just for reference, if an album gets above an 8, it's an amazing album to me. Basically, the way these scores are set up, I don't generally go below like a 5 rating. If you get 5 on the rating system here, or that's basically a terrible song to me. It's not a good song. Obviously, the highest it goes 10, but it's quite rare that a song gets a 10. But just bear in mind, these first few albums are some of my, or first few artists, I should say, are some of my favourite artists that I've listened to recently. So you might see some more 10s at the top of this list than at the bottom. But yeah, White Everson by Post Malone, absolutely amazing song here. I'm not going to go through each song. Obviously, it'd take way too much time. But yeah, White Everson, absolutely amazing. My favourite Post Malone song. I Fall Apart, again, incredible song. Could nearly a 10, but it just doesn't hold that same place in my heart that White Everson does. Just such an amazing song. Obviously, No Option. Just as well, before I keep going through, if you get a 10, as you can see, it's in the yellow box. If it's above a 9, you get a nice little green box, as you can see there. And then if it's above an 8, you get the bold writing. So yeah, as you can see here, a great few songs there from Post Malone. White Everson, Fall Apart, Patient, Go Flex. Yeah, just this album's amazing. A really, really good debut album from Post Malone. Then we'll go to, I should mention as well, overall 8 scoring, 8 rating there with an A-. Yeah, then we go into Beer Bongs and Bentley. As you can see, it didn't hit the same heights as Stoney for me. There's some great moments on the album. Obviously, Rockstar, Psycho, Better Now, 3 great songs. Starts off with Paranoid, which is an incredible song, I think. Well, not incredible, it's not quite a 9, but yeah. Really, this, I believe it was originally, and I rated a 9, but it just dropped down on my ratings. But the issue with this, obviously, you've got some terrible songs in here. Taking Shots. Oh, God. Ball For Me, again, terrible. Same Bitches, not a great song. And these 3 songs really bring the album down on the score. But yeah, other than those 3 songs, it is a very good album. I would recommend it. And then we go back to a good rating here with at 7.85, B-. Yeah, this is a really good album. I don't think there's any terrible songs. Lowest song is On The Road. But again, a 6.5 for me is just, it's an okay song. It's like, if you're 6 out of 10, it's okay. 7 out of 10, good song. And then, yeah, I maybe should make like a little chart where, if there's 10, like an amazing song, 9, very good, or, things like that. Just sort of like a scale, a ranking system, so you know what I'm talking about here. Then we go to 1975, probably my favourite band. Some great albums, as you can see here, their debut self-titled album. 7.94, that's a very high rating. As I say, anything above an 8 or near an 8 is very good for me. Obviously got 10 out of 10 there for Robbers, absolutely incredible, especially live. That song is amazing. I've seen the 1975, I think I've seen them about 9 times live now. They're my most watched band live. Yeah. So yeah, that's probably the weakest song there, an acoustic song. Yeah, that brings the score down. For example, if I change that to, say it was a 7, there you go, the album gets an 8. But yeah, it's an okay song. It's an okay song. Sex, amazing live as well. That sounds a bit weird, but yeah, Sex, the song is amazing live. It's an amazing song anyway. Settle Down. This song doesn't get enough attention, in my opinion. Obviously, some people say, it's just a good song, but for me, this song really holds a special place in my heart. It's an amazing song. Menswear, great song. Probably could be a 9. Yeah, I may change that at some point, but yeah, it's an 8.5 for now. Going on to their second album, 7.85. Again, a great score, very high. If you're up in the high 7s again, so it's going to be a great album from me. If some standouts, somebody else, probably their most famous song, I'd say. Pretty much everyone's heard that. If not, I'd highly recommend listening to it. Great atmosphere in that song, great lyrics, just the whole vibe of it. It's perfect. What they wanted to do with that song, they've executed it perfectly. Lost My Head, absolutely incredible. Again, live. The 1975 are a live band. You need to see them live to fully experience what they can offer. But yeah, If I Believe You, incredible song as well. Highly recommend that. Yeah, I'd recommend listening to those 3 songs. Again, a fantastic album. Then we go on to A Brief Inquiry, their highest rated album for me. This is almost a masterpiece, this album, I say. There's obviously some low points in there, like Be My Mistake and Mine. I'm not a big fan of those songs. I know a lot of the 1970 fans are. But yeah, if those 2 songs obviously were a 7 or 8, this album would be probably one of the highest rated albums on this list. But yeah, overall, incredible album. 4 songs hitting over a 9, or 9 I should say. Yeah, incredible. Highly recommend this album. Then their 4th album, which is their lowest rated album for me. It was a good album. I've really enjoyed it, but there's just some songs on there that shouldn't be. Then Because She Goes, it's just okay. Didn't need to be on the album. Don't Worry, again, just did not need to be on there. But it has some very high points. What should I say? If You're Too Shy, incredible song. I'm surprised it wasn't as big. I thought it would be a big hit, but it sort of seems to have gone under the radar. But yeah, I love that song. Fantastic. The Birthday Party, initially I'd rated it about 7, I believe. But that song, every time I listen to it, it just grows on me. It's a really, really good song, actually. But you may need to give it a few listens to fully appreciate it. Fantastic song. Getting a 7.69 and a B-. On to Juice WRLD. Oh, God. Such a tragic, obviously, situation with Juice passing away. Guy offered so much, such a talented artist, and it's a shame because he was just about to start blowing up. I believe he's probably one of the best artists in the world. Obviously, the freestyles he's done and the way he could just create melodies on the spot. Yeah, it's such a shame that he's not here no more. But his debut album is absolutely amazing. Yep. Only a few misses on there for me. Long Gone and Hurt Me. Yeah, they're obviously the 2 weakest, but they're still good songs. They're not bad. But yeah, All Girls Are the Same, fantastic. Lucid Dreams, his biggest hit, but yeah, only gets 8.5 from me. I think it is a very good song, just maybe a bit overhyped. Wasted with Lil Uzi Vert, 7.5, great song as well. Armed and Dangerous, catchy as shit, that song, I really do enjoy that. Black and White, fantastic. Sort of quite it's quite a depressing song, a lot of Juice WRLD songs are, but he does that perfectly. Lean With Me, however you want to say it. Again, a great song. 8.5, probably could be a 9. Yeah, it's just missed out there for me. But yeah, 7.89 is an A- for me. Fantastic album. Right, a bit controversial here, maybe. A lot of people love this album from Juice WRLD. Obviously, it's his 2nd album. Has obviously some great highs here. Empty, fantastic. Love the piano. Fast, very underrated, I believe. I find this song just really good. It's I just think it's underrated. Not many people give it the credit that it's due, I believe. Robbery, my favourite song from this album. Fantastic song. But the issue with this album, there's so many songs that are just bad. Big, to be honest, I can't remember it. Obviously, I'll give it a 5, so it mustn't be very good. The Bee's Knees, 5.5. Yeah, just not a fan really, and just a lot of 6s here. 6 out of 10. Who's Your Cupid, 6. This song may go up to a 7. I've been listening to this recently, and it's sort of grown on me. You know what? Actually, we change that now to a 7. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Put it in the right box. Yeah, that song's grown on me. Ring Ring, quite catchy. But yeah, look, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6. There's just, it seems like he just tried putting as many songs as he could onto this album, and he didn't need to. Yeah, I think this is a perfect example of more is not always better, and quality over quantity, I think. But yeah, on to his album that released after he obviously tragically passed away. This album was fantastic, I think. actually got my favourite song from Juice WRLD, Righteous. So this was his first single that came out after his death, and you couldn't have released a better song. The whole atmosphere, the lyrics, you really, I'd recommend listening to this. Put headphones on, crank up the volume, and listen to this. It's such a sad song, but it's just done so well, and it's a fantastic song. Wishing Well, very catchy, extremely catchy hook on there. Again with Stay High, very underrated, I think. This is, other than Righteous, I think this is my favourite song on the album. It's very, again, catchy. And yeah, a lot of high points. 8.5 there on Life's a Mess featuring Halsey. I Want It, Fighting Demons, Man of the Year. The original one was better. Obviously, they put the wrong version on the album at first, and then they changed it to a version that's more produced. But the first version was more like raw, and yeah, it was a lot better than this. But it would definitely be rated 9, at least a 9, if it had the original version. But yeah, fantastic album from Juice WRLD, and it's such a shame it may be the last one we get. On to Ed Sheeran. I used to be a huge Ed Sheeran fan, not so much anymore. I listened to the Plus, his first album, when it first came out, and it was fantastic. It still is a great album. It's got an 8 out of 10 for me, A+. It's fantastic. Not one bad song on this album. Obviously, if you don't like acoustic sort of sounding music, I wouldn't recommend listening to this, but everyone knows about Ed Sheeran now. But this is definitely my favourite album from Ed Sheeran. The A-Team was incredible. Yeah. Second album, Multiply, didn't live up to the expectations of the first album. A few weak songs here, a little weak cluster there in the Tenerife Sea, Runaway and The Man. But some extremely high points again. Photograph, fantastic song. Bloodstream, incredible live as well. I've seen Ed Sheeran a few times live. And Thinking Out Loud, it's going to be a classic. Not a song I listen to much anymore. But yeah, it's a classic. It really is. On to Divide, his latest album that he'd done on his own. Obviously, what was it called? Number 6 collaborations. We will get onto that. Yeah, Divide, sort of didn't really do it for me. Nancy Mulligan, what was that about? Honestly, really didn't enjoy that song. Sounds like something you'd watch in a theatre, or a play, or I don't know. It just didn't sit well with me, that song. Dive, probably my favourite song on the album. Highly underrated again. Perfect's obviously the standout song here that everyone knows. Great song, but I would say I prefer Dive, even though they've got the same rating. Shape of You, obviously Ed Sheeran's biggest hit, the one that sort of took him into this mega pop star sort of place where he is now. Yeah, it's a good song. I enjoyed it, but definitely overrated. Loose Change. Yeah, it's a good album. But yeah, it's a good EP. I'd recommend listening to it if you're a fan of Ed Sheeran and you've not yet listened to it. And then his weakest project yet, in my opinion, number 6 collaborations. Obviously, every song features another artist. I can't remember. Obviously, Antisocial's Travis Scott. Beautiful People, was it Khalid? That's probably, I Don't Care with Justin Bieber. Quite catchy. But they're my 2 favourite songs from the album, Beautiful People and I Don't Care. But I probably wouldn't listen to this album again from start to finish. Yeah, not D+. On to 21 Pilots, who I'm a big fan of. Yeah, good. I don't think this is their first album. I believe they had one before this, but this is I've not listened to that one. I believe some of them songs also made it onto this album, like Holding On To You, I think. Maybe Car Radio. I could be wrong though. But yeah, some very good songs on here. Holding On To You, great. Car Radio, the song that got me into them. I think I see it was on the Fine Bros React channel, and that's where I initially or heard about 21 Pilots, and they was reacting to this song, which is great song. Love the way it builds up to the ending, and has that climatic finish. Same thing as Trees. I like songs that do that obviously start a bit slower and build up to this big epic ending, I suppose you could say. But yeah, that's it, guys. I'm going to keep this as part 1. Obviously, you can sort of see what the next episodes may bring. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, leave a thumbs up and I'll catch you in the next one.